Good morning, students. Today we continue our lecture on aldehyde and ketone. This lecture is presented by me, Panit Ghatak, your chemistry teacher. So, let's begin. Today's topic is benzoin condensation. As you know, in the previous classes we have doing some name reaction. These name reactions are mainly aldol condensation. We have already done Cannizzaro reaction as well as Parkin reaction. Okay, in today's class we're gonna do the benzoin condensation. Okay, so let's begin. This is the actual reaction of benzoin condensation. Here the reaction consists of a benzaldehyde where benzaldehyde is being treated with cyanide, that is the cyanide radical Cn minus, along with some alcohol, that is C2H5OH, that is ethanol. Okay, so whenever cyanide is being reacted with this benzaldehyde, the cyanide first attack on the carbonyl carbon and this double bond will break. Okay, and then the following process will go on by another benzaldehyde and it will form this compound. This compound is being named as benzoin. Okay, so let's see the actual mechanism. Okay, here you can see that the cyanide is being reacted with the carbonyl compound, that is C double bond O at the C double bond O center. Okay, so at the carbonyl center, and then this double bond will break and this will lead to form O minus, and here another OH minus will be given, so that this hydrogen will be taken care of. Okay, so that is why this OH minus will abstract this hydrogen, and that is why there will be a negative charge on that. Here you can see this OH minus is taking off this hydrogen, so there will be a negative charge on, okay, on this carbon. Okay, so this carbon will then further attack on another benzaldehyde on the same carbonyl carbon center, and that is why there will be a condensation product, and this condensation product will then decentralize and form this benzoin compound as well. Okay, after making a double bond of C double bond O and then leaving the Cn group. Okay, so after forming a C double bond O group in the bond and leaving the Cn as a leaving group, okay, so then we will get the product as benzoin. Okay, so this is the actual mechanism of benzoin condensation. Okay, so this mechanism is not in your syllabus, you only have this reaction, but to know this reaction it is very hard for anyone to just mug up this reaction. Okay, you can mug up, but I do not prefer the mugging up or rote learning. I prefer the trick learning. Okay, so in this reaction, in this video, in this class, I gonna show you a simple trick by which you can easily perform this reaction. Okay, without mugging up or without even considering this whole huge complex mechanism. Okay, because in the competitive exam as well as in your class 12 board exam, you don't need to know the actual mechanism. Okay, because the mechanism is not in your syllabus, but the reaction is in your syllabus. Okay, so you can do that by remembering the mechanism, or you can do that by mugging up, or you can do this reaction by a simple trick. Okay, so let's move on the trick. Okay, suppose, okay, just do one thing. This is a, and I will tell you that whenever I do this trick on this blank paper, just make note of that. Okay, because you don't get this trick from anywhere else. Okay, so this is the benzene. This is benzaldehyde, and we will take another benzaldehyde in the same form. Okay, but the difference is there will be a double bond O and there will be a H. Okay, so what happens, this hydrogen will be attached on the O, and as there is O, we know that oxygen can do only two bonds. So oxygen is making a hydrogen, making a bond with hydrogen, and it has the double bond with carbon. So it making a three bond. So it can be possible. So what happens? This one of the bond, one of the double bond will be, one bond from the double bond will be cut off. Okay, will be break. And what happen? So this bond will come from the carbon. One bond will be break, and this bond will come to the carbon as a negative group, negative charge, and will then this carbon will then do a single bond with this carbon. Okay, so this is a simultaneous reaction. There, if hydrogen is getting bonded with this oxygen, and this double bond is come to this carbon, and this carbon is making that bond to this carbon number 1 and carbon number 2, suppose. So this carbon, then it will form the product. So what will the product? That is, this is the benzene, and this is C double bond O, as here the C double bond O is there, but CH is not there. Okay, C double bond O, and here this C and this OH, because if this H is being bonded with this O, and this hydrogen is still there, and this is the benzene. Okay, so this is the compound. Okay, so in this simple trick we can easily form this compound. This compound is being named as benzoin. Okay, so this is the trick by which you can easily form a product, okay, of the benzoin condensation. Okay, so let me devise it for another time. I emphasize on that please take note from this reaction, because this type of trick you will not get in any kind of book, okay, or any videos in the YouTube, I think, because this is purely on the, I have made it on for myself only. Okay, so please take some notes from this, okay, and let me devise it for the another time. Suppose this is the benzene, okay, so C, hydrogen double bond O, as well as this is also benzene, this C double bond O, single bond H. Okay, so what happens? You have to do one thing, that you take this hydrogen to this oxygen, and double bond will break. If the double bond will break, then there will be a negative charge on the carbon. Okay, so this negative charge will go on by donating this negative charge to this carbon. So to this carbon number 1, the carbon number 2 and carbon number 1 get bonded. Okay, so what happens? This hydrogen gets bonded with the oxygen from the another benzaldehyde, and the double bond will shift from the double bond will break, and it will move to the carbon as a negative charge. And this by carbon 2, by donating this negative charge to carbon 1, they will make a bond between C1 and C2. So what will be the product? The product will be, suppose this is a benzene, and this double bond O, this double bond O I have written here as only. Okay, and this is carbon, this is carbon number 1, and this is carbon number 2, and here the OH will be there, because this hydrogen is being bonded with oxygen. So this is OH, and this is the H. This H is this H only, and this is the benzene. Okay, so by this trick you can easily form benzoin condensation product, and this compound is being named as benzoin. Okay, so this is by this simple trick we can easily form the relevant product of benzoin condensation. Okay, so please take a note on that. Okay, other than mugging up or other than doing the complex reaction mechanism, you can easily do this reaction by the simple trick only. Okay, so you have to take a short note on that, and need to practice more and more. And if you have any doubt in this topic, you can always ask me in the comment section below. So that's it for now. Thank you.